Okay, so let's play.
Hey, it's me, Stefano. We're gonna have some Trackmaster races on a much different track. Neon Thomas, Nia, Rebecca, Hyperglow Percy, James, Gordon, Dirty Diesel, Henry, Hyperglow Ashima, Steven, Emily, Flynn, Hero, Streamline Thomas, Charlie, and Philip, and Stefano. I think we're going to start off with some Steam Team battles. Henry, an original member of the Steam Team, and Rebecca, his replacement from Big World Big Adventure. Ready, set, go! They're off, and it looks like Rebecca with an early lead over Henry. Henry having problems going up the Super Cruiser. Here comes Rebecca around the bend. Oh no, Henry has fallen off as Rebecca makes her way around the Superstation, folks. She's going up, and she will come around and pass Henry. She's just going right past the Super Cruiser and keeps on keeping on for the win. Henry struggled to stay on track and on time. Maybe that's why Rebecca ended up replacing him on the Steam Team. For the second race, let's see. I think you know what? I want Emily. And let's put her up against Streamline Thomas. We haven't raced this guy in a while. Ready, set, go! They are off. It looks like Streamline Thomas is ahead. As I recall, he was a very slow engine, but Emily in the background coming up the Super Cruiser. Oh, and she gets caught. Oh no, let's get her back on track. But here we have Streamline Thomas coming around the Superstation going up. Streamline Emily, she gets underneath Thomas, but ultimately I think that Thomas has won this race. I was expecting big things from Emily, but Streamline Thomas, who never does good in these situations, gets the win. Flynn, Dirty Diesel, ready, set, go! They are off, and it looks like Diesel has the early advantage. Flynn struggling to get up the Super Cruiser. Here comes Diesel though around the bend. Rebel Diesel, Flynn in the background. But it looks like Diesel will be the first to come around the Sodor Superstation, and he will get the win as he meets Flynn, who's pushing him around, but it's too late. Oh, Diesel pushing back. Fiery Flynn not happy about the loss, but Diesel is devious, and he will prove that in the next round. Hyperglow Thomas, I love his paint job against Ordinary James. Steam Team battle, ready, set. Wow, Thomas looks really aggressive here. Go! They're off, and Thomas was aggressive. He is going up. James having problems getting up the Super Cruiser. Here comes Thomas. Oh, he gets caught up, but he is around the bends, and he is going on. James in the background has made it past the Super Cruiser, but it is too late. Neon Thomas coming around the Superstation. Looks like James got caught, and James gets what he deserves. Look at this, a victory lap. Neon Thomas, wow! James a little bit bitter, tries to get aggressive at the end, but Neon Thomas, wow, what a roll this guy is on. Time for the next race. Let's have Hero from Japan and Nia from Africa. Hero, Nia, go! They're off, and it looks like Nia is ahead. She is the first up the Super Cruiser. Hero coming in second. Nia comes down. Hero also makes it around the Super Cruiser, but they're at the Superstation now. Will Nia have enough to come around? She does make it past, and they will be at the back. Nia getting a little bit aggressive. Hero pushing back, but it's too late. Nia, the first engine to go around the Sodor Superstation, eliminates Hero. Philip has often claimed to have beaten Gordon in a race once. Let's see what happens this time, my little friend. Gordon, Philip, go! And they are off. It looks like Gordon is taking it. Oh, past the Super Cruiser. He has got Philip beat. Philip catching up, but barely as he's coming around. We'll try to get them both in as we come around the Superstation. Looks like Gordon is past the halfway mark, and he has beaten Philip. Gordon settling the score and finally defeating Philip in a race once. Two fan favorites here on Kids Toys Play. It is Hyperglow Percy and Charlie, past champions, both of them. Let's see what happens when they go toe-to-toe. Charlie, Percy, go! They're off, and they're almost toe-to-toe as they come up the Super Cruiser. It looks like, oh wow! Percy will get him back on track. It looks like Charlie has the lead. Will Percy be able to catch up? Oh no, he's having all sorts of problems. Wow, the third problem. I think that Charlie has gone around the Sodor Superstation, and he will aggressively come out the winner of this. And it's big problems for little Percy as Charlie stays on track and on time. Percy couldn't do even that much, folks. The final race of the first round of the Super Cruiser races has Steven the Rocket King of the Railway versus Hyperglow Ashima. I wonder if she sees that crown and thinks of her friend Rajiv. Steven, Ashima. Go, they're off, and here they are. Looks like Ashima slightly ahead as they come up the Super Cruiser. Steven coming in saying, oh no, he's been derailed. He is off, let's get him back on track, folks, but I don't think it's enough. Ashima hyperglowing the entire way. She is coming around and she will meet Steven. Steven pushing on her, but it doesn't much matter, folks. Ashima has won the race. Steven, like so many other engines, having a problem staying on this Super Cruiser station. Ashima has no issues though. She makes it aggressively across the Superstation and wins. Second round, here we are, the Great Eight, as Gordon, Nia, Rebecca, Hyperglow Thomas, Hyperglow Ashima, Streamline Thomas, Charlie, and Dirty Diesel are still in the race. For the first round, I want to see a classic battle. I'm going to have Diesel, and let's have him go up against Streamline Thomas. Diesel, Thomas. Go! They're off, and it looks like Streamline Thomas, he had a little bit of problems there, but he is in the lead, and he's going up against Rebel Diesel. Oh, Diesel catches up, and they're neck and neck as they come around the Superstation. Who's going to be the first to make it to the very back? It's going to be close. It looks like Thomas had it, but Diesel started pushing him, but Thomas, overall, he did pass that halfway point, folks. Thomas made it past the halfway point. He will go on, and Diesel gets eliminated. Next race is the race everyone's been asking to see, Ashima versus Gordon. Gordon, Ashima. Go, they're off, and here comes Ashima, first to go. Oh no, she gets caught up. Let's get her back on track. Gordon takes advantage and makes it past the Super Cruiser. He's coming around. And now he's caught up. Oh no! Ashima redeemed, and she will make it past the halfway mark and gets into Gordon. Gordon and Ashima both get caught up. Ultimately, it's Ashima that wins. I don't know if we can call that an upset or not, folks. Ashima got hung up and got repaired, and then Gordon got hung up and had to get repaired. Ashima did win. Here we have another Steam Team battle as Nia, number 18 from Africa, takes on the number 1 engine, Hyperglow Thomas. Nia, Thomas. Go! They're off, and they are neck and neck as they head up the Super Cruiser. Looks like Hyperglow Thomas a little bit ahead. Nia has to get placed back on track and on time, but Thomas has taken advantage of it, and he's coming around the Super Station Speedway, makes it past the halfway mark, and eliminates Nia, who is not taking it well. A very close race. Nia performing very well, but in the end, it is Hyperglow Thomas on to the third round. Stefano with the final 2 engines of the second round. Charlie, a past champion, versus Rebecca, a new engine on the railway. Rebecca, Charlie. Go! They're off, and Rebecca off to a big lead right off the bat as they go up the Super Cruiser hill. Coming down, Rebecca has made that lead incredibly large. Coming around, we'll follow Charlie as he comes down, but it looks like Rebecca has made it past the halfway mark. She gets underneath Charlie's skin and eliminates him. A good showing for past champion Charlie, but he is ultimately eliminated as our newest engine, Rebecca, goes on to the Final 4. And speaking of the Final 4, here they are, 2 Thomases in the group. Hyperglow Thomas, Hyperglow Ashima, Rebecca, and Streamline Thomas. You know what? For the first race, let's have Hyperglow Thomas take on Rebecca. She's fresh off her last win, but she has tough competition with Hyperglow Thomas. Let's see what happens. Rebecca, Thomas, go! Neck and neck as they hit the Super Cruiser. Looks like Hyperglow Thomas slightly ahead as they go down the hill, but they are still very evenly matched. Oh no, Thomas! And Rebecca will go on. Thomas got derailed. She is coming up. She will hit Thomas. And whoa, look at that. That eliminates him fully. In what I consider to be an upset, Rebecca has eliminated some of the best engines, Hyperglow Thomas being the latest, as Rebecca will make it on to the very final. But who will Rebecca be facing in the final? We'll find out as Hyperglow Ashima takes on Streamline Thomas. Ready, set, go. And here they go. And it looks like Ashima with a slight start. No, it's a big lead now, as she is definitely ahead of Streamline Thomas. As she's coming around, we'll follow Streamline Thomas as he stays on track where so many else have failed. But here comes Ashima. Streamline Thomas gets underneath her, but Ashima holds her ground and goes on to the final. It's an all-female final as Hyperglow Ashima will take on Rebecca to see who today's champion is. But let's see who will finish in third place as these 2 Thomases, hey, they got the same face. Thomases with the same face, they got that same look on their face. Well, let's see who comes in third. Go, go, Thomas. Thomas, number 1. Looks like Hyperglow is ahead of Streamline. And he will come around. Oh no, it looks like he got slightly derailed. Will he be able to stay on? He's still going, folks. Streamline Thomas. Oh no, unreal. Hyperglow Thomas finishing in 3rd place. But let's see who first place is going to be. Rebecca, Hyperglow Ashima, Stefano, go! And they are off. It looks like Ashima slightly ahead of Rebecca, the brand new engine. And she has a full length ahead. Rebecca trying to catch up, but it will be Hyperglow Ashima. She's on track and on time, and she crosses the finish line before Rebecca. She crosses that halfway point. Rebecca barely coming in second, but it is a second place finish for her nonetheless. Stefano, the Super Cruiser, lowering the trophy to today's champion, Hyperglow Ashima. Rebecca coming in second. Hyperglow Thomas coming in third. These Hyperglows did very well. Stefano very happy with this very first Super Cruiser Raceway. Hey, get in the comment section. Tell me if you like my Raceway.